Hello, everyone. Sarah Pacaro with Rewrite Your Life at sarahpacaro.com. I am going to share with you. I don't like unsolicited advice. So if this is not for you, it's not for you. Just continue swiping, scrolling, doing you. But I get asked a lot, and I just actually got asked this by one of my followers and subscribers, and felt compelled to share it with you because it is something that has significantly helped me. When you are coming out of an emotionally toxic, unavailable, abusive relationship, that person had an experience, an energy, a connection with the ability to get to you, to trigger you, right? Triggers are like a get to, triggers are internal teachers and activators. And when we're coming out of this and we're in the healing process, we get mad that we get triggered, but we should honor, enjoy, embrace, and celebrate our triggers because they're teachers, they're indicators, they're little moments of awareness of where you're at. Without them, how would you know where you are? Without them, how would you be able to see where you were, where you are, and where you desire to go? So they're not something to be frustrated with, mad about, want to get rid of, want to ignore. They're tools and sources of empowerment if you use them in the correct way. But you will recognize and realize as you go through the stages and phases of healing post traumatic abuse, narcissistic relationships, that this person, because they used to be able to get to you, they had so much availability to you. You gave them your all, you gave them the best of you, whatever the story is in your mind that you say now that left you feeling defeated and deflated. You now are playing this other role. You don't get to me, but they still can. And they know they can through reaching out to you and through text messaging you or calling you or emailing you or sending you a message on social media or whatever it is. They know that when they do that, they can trigger you, and they'll trigger you by reminding you of past painful experiences and events. And they'll say things like, "Oh, you popped into my mind," or, "Oh, do you remember when this happened?" And boom, they know they got you because they know that that is something that matters to you. It is something that gets to you. It's something that you wish never happened, but you know it did. And so it's a past memory. And when there's still an energetic and emotional connection to it, it's something that can get to you, or AKA trigger you. And so the piece of advice that I shared was what you can do when you're going through these things, what you can do when you experience these things to really take back the power and the control. You've got to make it fun. You've got to have fun with it, because right now your internal mind is saying it's not fun to be triggered. Oh no, internal alarms going off like red flags, red alert, to run, don't do this, right? Triggers mean run. Triggers don't mean run. Triggers mean stop and see, what can I do with this? What can I change about this? What do I have the ability to do right now? There's an action that needs to be taken, steps that need to be moved toward, so that you can move towards a sense of calmness, a sense of empowerment, a sense of satisfaction and internal ease and peace. And that's what you desire, right? If it's not, I don't know why you're still watching this video. But if it is, then you can do these things. You recognize, realize, and become aware that you just received a message. And even just seeing the person's name, who it's from, even if you have changed their name in your phone to something different, something that's like asshole, right? Or D-bag, whatever it is, you see that, whether it's their name or made up name that you gave them to try and help you get over them, you see it and you're like, oh my God. Oh, I'm just not going to check it. Bullshit. You're going to check it. You want to see what they said because you internally want to see where you are in the process in the journey to healing. Am I still highly triggered, or was I able to read it without as much emotion? And with that, was I able to come down, calm down more quickly and move on more easily than I have in the past? So your mind is very, very curious. It's like, what's going on? What do they have to say now? What now? Right? So it's not always bad to check it. It's a good thing because you checking that allows you to check in with where you're at. And so your mind is like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. What did they say? And then what are you going to do? What way are you going to respond? Or are you going to just knee-jerk react to it. So when you check it, there's an understanding of I can check it and I can have fun with this. In my own personal process and journey to healing, I would check it. I would check it every time. And what I would do, part of my healing journey was to, if it was an email, automatically forward it to someone else with my own commentary. I would not reply back to the person who sent it to me to trigger me, aka the ex-narcissist. I would automatically forward it to someone else who we kind of had this running joke about how ridiculous this person is in what they said, in the way that they behaved, in the way that they tried to continue to trigger me the way I used to be able to be triggered. I would automatically forward it that to that person that I trusted with like a laughable comment or meme. And that would energetically get it out of my field and sphere of energy and into theirs. And then they could reply back with, "Are you kidding me?" And it was like, haha, I know. And then it felt like the energy subsided, it dissipated, it faded away. And if it was still there were times where I would draft a reply and never send it. I'd sleep on it. And if I still wanted to reply in the morning, then I would go back and I would generally make some edits and I would just take out all of the emotion and I would reply with just facts. So oftentimes the reply was like one or two words or sentences, and it was very generic, very basic, all the emotion removed, which got me into a state and a sense and source of power and control because I had the ability to remove the emotion instead of responding emotionally, which is what they want. Because when you respond emotionally, they know they can continue to get to you. So it gives you this sense of power, calm, ease, an internal sense of control and peace when you allow yourself to experience this process. The other advice that I gave was have fun with it. Take a screenshot of it, make a folder of it, name the folder something that you name them, and then have like an FU Friday where you delete the folder and you celebrate. Like you have a glass of wine and you hit delete and you watch the file fade away. You watch it leave your energy, your space, your phone, and that is in your control. That is something that you have the control of. And the most triggering response or reply to them is no reply, is not hearing anything back at all, is they know that they did that, they sent that to you to try and get to you. And when they don't know, they're stuck in this bubble of unknown. Did I get to them? Did I not? Did I get to them? Did I not? I cannot tell you the number of emails that I have from the past narcissists that I have not replied to, that I have let sit and stay in my email. And then I can almost feel and see the narcissist's face as they're sitting behind their device, continuing to fire off messages. And I laugh every one that I get. And then if I decide to have a conversation about it later with someone, or they ask, "Hey, what's going on with that situation, that person?" I'm like, "Oh my God, they're so ridiculous." Like 2 days, 3 days, whenever it was, I got literally, hold on, let me see. This is ridiculous. And I'll pull it up and I'll see 18 emails, 18 messages. And they're like, "What'd you say?" I'm like, "Nothing. I let the lack of my words and energy going towards them speak for me on my behalf." And that gives you this incredible sense of power and control when you can leave it there. That is letting it go, right? Is it not giving them an exchange of your energy, of your time, of your words? Your words have power. And when your words are fueled and powered with emotion, they know they have the ability to get to you and continue to trigger you. So when you create a folder and make screenshots or like get it out of your energy, your sphere, your system, it gives your own internal system this sense of ease and calm and power and control. And it becomes this fun, empowering game. And that's what this is, this journey that you're on after having been through such severe traumatic abuse and neglect, is this regaining of this sense of control, this self-control. It's one of the fruits of the spirit, self-control. And when you regain that and you get the experience to continue to practice that through the quote unquote triggers from them, you get back to who you're meant to be. You get back to who you're designed to be. We're designed to be people who get the pleasure of experiencing self-control. And we get to experience that through the triggers from past emotional abusers and neglectors. And that's a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful gift of healing. And oftentimes we see it as, "Oh, I'm triggered." Good. Let's honor that. Let's rejoice in that. Let's celebrate that. And let's take it for the beautiful gift it is and not turn it into something something that it's not designed to be. So I love reshaping and redefining triggers and what people say is traumatic or trauma, and getting into this sense and this state of true empowerment and betterment. Is that a word? Betterment. And really deeply reconnecting with the truth of who you are, aligning your unconscious beliefs with the truth of who you are instead of the lies that they have benefited you from believing about yourself. Because it's in the lies that we believe about ourselves that they are able to come in. There's a gateway and a portal where they're granted access, entrance into our world, energetically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And that impacts us physically as well. So when you're ready for that, I'd love to connect. You can find out more about working privately together if that's what floats your boat, or you can find out more about the courses and programs that I offer and the ways that I connect with people as well. So understand that all of that you can find out more at sarahpacaro.com. And if this advice suits you, I honor you and where you're at in your journey. And I invite you to celebrate every time that someone tries to trigger you, someone who used to be able to trigger you easily, effortlessly, and make this a fun, exciting, joy-filled game for yourself, because that's what life is. And when we play it the right way, we play it in the way that we get to experience the way that we desire to. So I love you guys, sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now.